You probably want to take that off. All right, dude. So, what's up, Adrian? How you doing? Doing good?
Doing all right. How you doing, brother? How you been? It's
I'm
good to
doing
see
good,
you.
man. I've been good, man. How have you been? I don't want to ask you too many questions, but so I started this thing, right? I had this idea. It's called 10 and 10. And so it's basically 10 questions in about 10 minutes. And I'm just going to start interviewing my friends and just kind of talk shit, man. You know, just mess around and just catch up with you guys. And kind of, since I can't see you, since we got a social distance, I'm missing the tattoo community. I'm missing like the regular walks of life. So, you know, you're all the way in Australia. And I thought, you know, I throw it out there, see who was willing to be, you know, the first person to come on here and be the, you know, lambs to the slaughter. So I
Oh
wanted
yeah,
to see.
for sure. I'm the crash test dummy. I appreciate you throwing me to forcibly into freeway traffic.
For sure,
Too.
for sure. So, so yeah, man. I mean, I haven't talked to you in a little while. We'll get into the 10 questions right now. You know, in about 10 minutes. But you know, what's a little bit catching up? You know, how have you been down there in Australia? You okay?
Yeah, doing all right. I was actually supposed to be. I was gonna be. I think I was gonna be passing through LA.
Yeah, you
Right
told me.
about now.
Yeah,
Right about now to be there. I would have been in the States for about 5 weeks now. But yeah, obviously with things happening, I wasn't
yeah,
able to make it, and nobody was able to make it anywhere.
yeah.
But I mean, all things considered, like we've been doing all right. You know, me and my wife Laura, she's an excellent partner, and
For sure.
we've been doing our best to not only manage our way through everything, but like kind of learn new adaptations to be able to continue to live a lifestyle and
For sure.
with a state of mind that is beneficial and hopeful and things like
Yeah.
that. So doing our
And
best. It's a day-to-day struggle like anybody else, but
and so we'll get into 10 questions because the 10 questions are all about being like funny and fun. But right now we can give a little background on you and kind of tell me who you are, where you're from. You know, just give me a little background on you.
All right. Well, my name is Adrian Dominic. I'm originally from Phoenix, Arizona. I started tattooing in 1999. I've traveled and lived in several different places through the United States, not only studying tattooing, but studying fine art and aerosol work and different media.
And what does
About
aerosol work in layman's term, bro?
spray paint,
In
graffiti.
graffiti. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Graffiti.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, your graffiti looks awesome.
And thanks, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I don't consider myself to be an active graffiti writer, but like we can touch on that topic later for
For
sure.
sure.
But yeah, I moved out here about 4 years ago to Melbourne, Australia. I met my wife Laura Marshall about 7 years ago, 8 years ago, and yeah, so now I live out here. It's been a huge transition moving from everything that had already been established for myself in the United States, but that's how I ended up here.
Yeah, for sure. And so, what's your background, dude? Like, you're from the United States, you're from Phoenix, but when did you move over to Australia?
I moved to Australia about 4.5, almost 5 years ago.
Okay, and do you enjoy it down there?
I love it, man. I'm really glad that I made the move for sure. I mean, there's been a lot of challenges involved. There's been a lot of great things, but I mean, in general, I'm happy that I'm here. I really enjoy the place. I really enjoy the people.
Yeah, of course. I
Um,
love Australia, dude.
it,
It's the best.
it's really similar in a lot of ways, but also like culturally completely different. And I
For
think
sure.
that's the little nuances that I've had to learn about, like in being here and living here, and like and not only just living here, but like it being my home because I'm planning on being here for the foreseeable future.
For
And
sure.
so there was some challenges in you know what it is, man. Like
For
I've
sure.
known you for a long time, and I've been actively involved in like the arts community in most of the places that I've been living at, and even just visit. So going from from that and being heavily ingrained in a community to moving to essentially like another planet, like in the
Yeah.
middle of nowhere, middle of
Yeah.
the ocean, has been a unique experience for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm
No, that's cool, man. I'm super. Like, It's crazy that you moved all the way down there, bro. Like, I mean, I was pretty impressed by that. But you've jumped around. I've seen you in New England area. I've seen you in like, where else did you go? You went to, well, you're from Arizona. You went over to the East Coast. Then you came back to the West Coast, and then you went to Australia.
Yeah, I originally from Phoenix, but like I was doing like the super like nomad hippie graffiti writer thing where
For
like I
sure.
lived in Santa Cruz for a little while. I lived in Oregon for a little while in
For sure.
Eugene. I lived in the first time I was on the East Coast was in a uptown New York spot called Geneseo. I lived in LA. I was in
Yeah.
LA for 4.5 years where I
Yeah.
was doing my thing there.
For sure.
Connecticut when I was working over with Nick Baxter and all the guys at Transcend.
Yep.
Uh, yeah, so like jumping around, and then of course just living the travel tattoo life. I spent a lot of time in a lot of different places where it'd be a month or two here or a couple of weeks there.
Yeah.
And once you start going back to a lot of those places, it becomes familiarized, and
For
like
sure.
there are definitely aspects of it that have like home-like elements. Even
Yeah,
if
for
it's
sure.
just when I go to New Haven in Connecticut, like I'll often go hang out with Joe,
For sure.
Joe Capitango, and like there's a familiarity to it to where it's like I didn't actually live with Joe Capitango, but for the last 7 times that I visited, 8 times visited Connecticut, like we stay at his place, and
Yeah.
like it's very much like like we live there, like we cook breakfast together, and
For sure.
you know
And so
that kind of stuff.
you're primarily a tattoo artist, graffiti artist, but you've actually switched gears recently and started doing like more fine art, right?
I've been trying to, I've been pushing the fine art thing, kind of on a part-time level for a few years now, but doing so as I've never really, I don't know, I never really had the confidence that my stuff was going to have the market value needed for me to make a
For sure.
full-time career out of it. So I've always just kind of done it because I like to make images, and I enjoy playing with paint and
For sure.
making images. And so lately I've been trying to focus on not only doing things that I enjoy seeing, but like trying to actually pull some information from inside of me.
For sure.
Without without having to consider the market value of it.
Yeah.
And it's been liberating. It's difficult. It's difficult trying to find like what you honestly want to speak about, what you honestly want to create about, and what
Yeah.
Messages you want to push through.
For sure.
Or even if there's messages to be pushed through, like
For sure.
sometimes you just gotta like let things happen. It's being an artist is a really interesting. As I've had discussions and described it, it's a very interesting language because
Yeah.
like there's no real mastery of the language. You can always develop more and more language.
Of course.
I don't know. I feel
Yeah.
like with images and with art, like we have the ability to be able to communicate things that that vocal language and like linguistics just can't convey in a lot of
For sure.
respects.
For sure. Of course. And so like what like with that all being said with your artwork and stuff, what do you plan on doing next? Like what are you working on right now? You doing anything cool? You starting anything new?
Yeah. I'm actually I'm working on a new series of large-scale oil paintings for a solo show that I have at the end of October here in Melbourne. It's going to be at this gallery called Honeybones Gallery in
Sick.
Collingwood.
Badass.
I think we're gonna do like a soft opening on Friday the 30th of October, and
Awesome.
then like opening night will be Saturday on Halloween.
Awesome.
So
Yeah, very cool,
it's
man.
gonna
That's
be
sick.
a cool thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're large scale oil paintings, and it's probably the largest and most ambitious project that I've undertaken since I did the Apocalypse series.
Oh yeah, those are
2000.
amazing, man. I love those. That one, man, I wanted to buy so bad. And for reference too, man, is like I bought a painting from Adrian before. I own it. It's here in the shop. And then I've been tattooed by Adrian as well, and we traded tattoos. And he's been a good friend of mine for how long, dude? I mean, we kind of came up at the same time together, traveling around, and kind of around the same kind of group of like them. Kind of there was like a new wave at that time of tattooing, so it was like this free thinking thing.
Yeah. It was probably 2005, 2006 that we met. I think like we met at a Hell City, and I remember like when I first like the first thing that I remember seeing of yours that really stood out. There was a few things that were popping off because like there was a couple of people that were pushing color portraits around the time. I remember
Yeah.
Corey Kruger was doing a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
And but you had done a piece that really stood out that was a sepia toned Judy Garland.
Oh yeah. That's an old one, man. I remember that. Yeah.
That was a old one. Yeah. And I met you at Hell City. You were tattooing a picture of Albert Einstein on Kyle Cotterman's
On Kyle Cotterman. Yeah. A long time ago.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And he's a killer tattooer as well, man.
Dude, he's fucking amazing.
Yeah, he's
now,
sick.
Dude.
Yeah, man, it's crazy how crazy tattooing's gotten. But so I'm gonna cut you off right there because the whole thing is for it not to drag out, and the whole thing is to make it real quick. And I want to do other interviews with you too. So like, I don't want to kill everything in the very beginning. So we're gonna go off and fire off some questions I have, and go from there. Okay. So let's see here. So Adrian, what's the dumbest thing you've ever done on a dare?
The dumbest thing I've ever done on a dare. Oh man, I've done a lot of dumb shit on a dare.
Come on, dude. Time's a ticking.
Dumbest thing that I've ever done on a dare. Shit behind a trash can in broad daylight.
Oh man, that's perfect. So you won the dare, I get it.
What's that?
You won the dare, apparently, because you did it.
Yeah, but I think that was the thing is that like it didn't really take much of a dare. Like it was more like a you ain't down fool.
You ain't down fool. That's such a Hispanic thing, dude. Latino thing, man. You ain't down fool. You know what's funny, man, is I fucking follow this thing on Instagram. It's called Fools Gone Wild. And it's just fucking stupid shit, dude.
It's ridiculous, but it's also really familiar.
Yeah.
It's actually it's pretty nice, especially living out here in Australia where there's we got fools, but like
they ain't these kinds of fools. They bogan fools.
There's skater fools and hipster fools and all kinds of the different fools, but they just don't know they are fools. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
for
like,
sure.
Seeing that profile is always funny because every morning I see some new shit and I'm like, oh, that just reminds me about my uncle or one of the homies in the graffiti crew or
of course,
whatever.
All right, let's go to the next one.
Yeah.
All right. If your food is bad at a restaurant, do you send it back or suck it up and eat it?
No, I fucking eat it. What's worse is
Why? Why? Because I do the same shit. It's like nice guy shit, huh?
I'll be like, no, it was delicious. I just don't feel well, and I just didn't finish.
That's awesome.
I come home and make my own fucking food. It's because I don't want to make we go to a lot, especially here in Australia, and like especially since we've been traveling. It might have been different in LA because in LA, it's like fuck you very much, get out of here kind of.
For sure, of course.
But like traveling, and especially here where I'm at in Melbourne, like we go to a lot of small businesses.
Yeah.
And I feel bad telling.
You feel like you don't want to say anything bad right now, huh? I could see it in your face. You kind of stopped yourself. It's because you're getting that bad Mexican food out there, bro.
I can fucking cook. We can cook really, really well. So unfortunately for a lot of these fucking restaurants, like my standards are high as fuck.
Yeah.
Because like I can tell that.
Well, I mean, you lived in LA, bro. There's like some of the best food there in the world, So, I mean, I'm sure in Melbourne too. I've had great food down there, I've had great food everywhere, Yeah.
Melbourne for sure.
So here leads into the next question. So, do you like pineapple or no pineapple on your pizza?
No pineapple on my pizza. I don't hate it, but we've been cooking everything since all this shit's happened. We haven't gone out for a meal in like 10 weeks.
Yeah.
So we've made pizza here, and the wife puts pineapples on hers, and I don't.
Oh, that's why you don't want to say too much, because there's a heavy divide there, dude. You know what I mean? Like, that's one of the biggest divides is some people are just grossed out by pineapple on pizza. So I had to ask you this question. All right. Let's see here. I'm gonna look for a question. Do you think, oh, this is perfect. When you are old, do you think you'll have some unique, interesting stories to tell?
Definitely. Fuck, when I'm old, I have unique and interesting stories to tell now.
For sure.
Like, I can only imagine.
I mean, I got unique and interesting stories to tell about you. Look at the look on your face.
I'm sorry for cussing. I apologize.
You what?
Sorry for cussing.
No, you're fine. You're fine. All right, let's see. All right. Let's see here. How many questions is that? About 4?
4, I think. Yeah.
All right. What are you most looking forward to in the next 5 years?
What am I most looking forward to in the next 5 years? The ability to be more honest with myself through my art.
That's awesome.
And I'm trying to be more honest with myself.
Yeah,
and,
that's
like,
sick.
Be more. I don't want to say hypercritical because we're all our own, worst critic. But like, I have to really power through to get to this genuine place where I'm making art specifically because I have to speak to myself, not because I'm wondering whether or not the audience
it's therapy.
can interact with it, or get a certain message,
For sure.
or whatever, even thinking about something as simple as, are people gonna like these colors? Like,
For
I'm
sure.
really, really trying to get to the point where I just don't care. Like,
For
I'm
sure.
just making those things because I need to make them and I want to see them.
Yeah, I feel like art like that's therapy.
That a lot of people take into consideration.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, a lot of that stuff is stuff you have to get out. Things you love, things you don't like, or things you're dealing with, and demons and things like that. So yeah, for sure, it's totally. So what's that? That's about 5 right now. We're at the halfway mark. All right? Yeah, don't you think?
Getting a little winded.
All right. Do you feel the good times in your life outweigh the bad?
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. And even if they didn't, like, I think it's a matter of me choosing to focus on the good things, as opposed to focusing on the bad,
Yeah, for sure. Of course.
It takes perspective,
For sure. Perspective is the most important thing. All right, let's see. So that's... Okay, so what are you freakishly bad at?
What am I freakishly bad at? Sports. Fucking freakishly
That's the
bad
fucking
sports.
artist fucking thing, dude. I mean, a lot of us probably did art because we weren't the best at sports, man. Bunch of nerds.
It would be... I used to love playing basketball with Nick Baxter.
Yeah,
because,
I love playing basketball. I was playing yesterday with my kids. Was he good?
He thought he was good, but he was better than me. So because he was playing me, he was Michael Jordan on the court.
Yeah, that's sick.
He was just Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
But he wasn't that good.
I fucking love basketball, dude. I love basketball. I played all the time. I have a little basketball court at my house. Me and my son were playing last night. It was awesome, and he beat me at horse, man. Can you believe that 9-year-old beat me? That's how bad I suck.
That 9-year-old's gonna be a lot faster than you are real quick, man. He's already painting.
Yeah, man. But that's yeah. All right, so that's what, about 6?
Give or take.
All right. Do you ever want to just walk away from technology?
Every day. I think that's one of my greatest, I don't want to say character flaws, but professional flaws is that I just don't enjoy interacting with technology the same way that people do on a contemporary level. I'll peruse Instagram. Like, I probably waste more time looking at people's, at my Discover feed and whatnot.
Yeah.
But a lot of people know that I don't post a lot of stuff. It's just not that enjoyable to me.
For
so,
sure.
like, for me, like, getting on social media or interacting with anything like that has to do with YouTube or whatnot, it's kind of like work in some respects. I'm not saying that I don't, utilize the internet, but like I spend a lot of time when I am looking at the internet, I look at Reddit. When I am looking at stuff on Instagram, I'm just looking at people's stuff that I really enjoy. A lot of of the stuff that I'm following has nothing to do with tattooing or even just art. Like a lot of some of them just freaky people.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of comedy.
For sure. Let's see here. Let's do this. So let's see. Do you have a message for anyone struggling right now in these strange times, dude?
The universe is aware of your struggles, and like I'm not gonna say it's all good, but it's all relevant, and as dogmatic or as pragmatic as it may sound, or even as cliche as it may sound, like it's all gonna be okay. Like
for sure,
it's all gonna be okay. It ain't gonna feel good.
For sure.
Being alive doesn't always feel good, but like it's all fine. Like,
for sure. It'll work itself out.
Just part of the awareness.
Yeah. It'll work itself out. No, it's true. It's true. That's a good message. All right, let me see here. What do you think about one or two more?
Sure.
All right. What's something you've tried that you'll never try again?
What's something that I've tried that I'll never try again? A heroic dose.
A what?
Can I talk about? Can I say that?
A what?
A heroic dose is.
What's a heroic dose? I don't even know what a heroic dose is. You're asking me what's a heroic dose? Yeah, you can talk about it. Go for it.
Anything more than 5 grams of mushrooms.
Oh fuck! So you were on a trip.
Dry. Oh yeah.
Yeah. What was that like?
I had it made very, very clear to me that I had to make a choice between the path of the sun and the path of the moon. And I chose the path of the sun.
Oh, okay. Fucking crazy. The path of the sun or the path of the moon. That's pretty heavy, dude. What the fuck does that mean?
I mean,
the darker the light?
See, he who has ears to hear can hear.
That's crazy. That's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. You're a nut, dude. I love it. All right, so let's see here. We're going to do one more. Let me see. I don't know. Let's see here. If you could only say one word today, what would it be?
Love.
I fucking love that. I thought the same thing, dude. Fucking high five. You can't move your hand, you fucking bastard. I love how you're wearing a Black Anchor shirt. You had no fucking choice in the matter. No, like the one, it's actually right here I put on the mannequin. You're looking down like you can see. Amazing, dude. It's so good. All right, dude. So, this Adrian Dominic. What the fuck? You don't have no lens in there? I feel like you're trolling me by wearing glasses with no lenses, dude.
No.
Was this the way of trolling? Are you making fun of a guy that wears glasses?
No, I'm pretty sure I've watched your DVD so many times, and you explained something that has to do with how you see with glasses, and I'm just trying to. I can't figure out how you do what you do, man.
So where can people find your art? Where can people find your tattoos? And where can people find out more about you?
All right, so you can find I have 2 separate Instagram accounts. One of them that's primarily just my artwork, which is just at Adrian Dominic, and then I have a tattoo one, which is Adrian Makes Tattoos. I am currently at Vic Market Tattoo in Melbourne, Australia. I'll be there full time from now on. They were great people. I started a trial period right before this all popped off. And decided that I was going to stay there, but I hadn't really announced it because things were a little weird, and we'd just been given the go ahead to be able to start tattooing in about a week. So I'll be there.
Yeah, I can't wait for that day.
See my tattoos at Adrian Makes Tattoos, and then my artwork is Adrian Dominic, and then I also have a website, just AdrianDominic.com.
Awesome.
And,
make sure to check it out.
That's more
badass. Dude, thank you for doing this, man. You were the first one, and hopefully we can have you on this again, and I keep doing these, because I'm fucking such a flake. I do something, and then I fucking get unexcited about it. But this was actually really fun and exciting. But if you want to leave any last words with these people, like anything you want to leave them with, or anything you want to talk about, like as far as like anything up and coming that you have, go ahead, man. It's your time.
Like I said, I'm really excited about the show coming up in October. It's going to be called La Primera Alma.
Badass.
It's very much. There's a lot of me in it. You know, one of the last pictures that I posted on my my art page is like this blue desert scene. So a lot of it is going to be indicative of my roots coming from the desert.
Yeah.
So I'm painting a lot of that stuff, and I'm really looking forward to that. And as far as anything else that I can say in regards to you know last words or whatever, just be gentle with each other. You know, be kind to each other.
For sure.
And be nice to yourself. Like
For sure.
don't be so hard on each other, on yourselves, because like.
Sure.
Nobody's ever had to deal with this before, and now all of a sudden we've all had to deal with the same exact thing all over the planet. Like, this is, completely unprecedented. So, like, give people a break. If somebody's, a bit, anxious or looking like they're overwhelmed or being a jerk at the grocery stores or, at the stop sign in front of you, like, just give them a little bit of breathing room, because like everybody's stressed out, and it's completely okay. Like,
for sure.
Don't be so hard on them.
Yeah, help people out and understand. Everybody goes through it. Everybody's doing it. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Well, awesome, man. Hopefully you had a good time on this.
Yeah, man, that was a lot of fun. I look forward to seeing more of these, and I hope to talk to you again soon.
Thanks all love, man. Give the wife some love, and tell her I said hello, and I'll talk to you soon, Adrian.
Well, likewise to Joanna and the kids.
All right, brother.
Soon, brother.
Later, man.
Later.
Bye. All right, so thank you for tuning in. This was 10 and 10. Make sure to tune in again when I let you guys know.